Top 10 Reasons to Visit Belgium. Hello viewers, welcome to One Cosmos, where we create videos discussing amazing travel facts and unbelievable destination locations. Join us on the ride around the world by subscribing to our channel. Please click the bell icon to get updates from us. Nestled between Germany and France, the small country of Belgium has every reason to be confident in its cultural offerings. From medieval fairy tale settings to vast nature reserves and eerie ghost towns, in this video, we will show you the top 10 reasons to visit in Belgium. Leuven Town Hall is a place of marvel. The Leuven Town Hall looks more like a cathedral than a seat of government, perhaps because the 236 statues that adorn it are set in religious scenes. These statues are on the hall's 3 floors, each floor representing different people who are important in the city's heritage. Built in the mid-15th century, the Gothic-style town hall is very ornate, seeming almost lace-like. It anchors the city's growth-marked or main square and sits across from St. Peter's Church. Make sure to learn history at the Waterloo. The Battle of Waterloo took place in 1815 and brought a decisive end to the Napoleonic Wars. At the site of the famous battle, there is a memorial in the form of a statue of a lion looking towards France on a hill with 226 stairs called La Butte du Lion. Other attractions related to the battle are the Wellington Museum and the Roman Catholic Church of St. Joseph. If you're a student of history, a visit here is a must. Watch the past fly by at Flanders Fields. For the better part of World War I, Allied troops found themselves buried in a gruesome trench war stalemate in the fields surrounding Ypres, in the Flemish part of Belgium. Memorials dot the countryside and city, and the nearly destroyed Cloth Hall is now in the Flanders Field Museum, named after the poem by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. You can also explore Antwerp. The country's second largest city, Antwerp is an excellent shopping location and offers an extraordinary variety of local food and beer for visitors to enjoy. For those interested in art, the Royal Fine Arts Museum houses the world's best collection of the Flemish masters' works, including the largest group of Rubens masterpieces in existence. The Atomium is a world-class, remarkable architecture. 9 giant steel balls connected with thin tubes, it's what Belgium, its capital, and Brussels call one of their ultimate symbols, the Atomium. The remarkable architectural structure was designed to look like an elementary iron crystal blown up to 165 billion times its size. The crown jewel to Brussels' 1958 World's Fair, the gravity-defying Atomium has remained a defining part of the city's skyline. The sculpture now sits on the Hazel Plateau in Laeken, a suburb in northwestern Brussels where the expo took place. You can study the defense system at Buisson Castle. Buisson Castle sits on a hill overlooking the city of Buisson. It is believed to date back to the Romans, though it is first mentioned in the late 10th century. One of its early owners sold it to finance his participation in the First Crusade. The castle has 3 drawbridges, dungeons, and a torture chamber that visitors will see as they make their way down from the top. The castle, considered one of the best in Belgium, has a unique, layered defense system designed to protect it from invaders. You'll be able to explore the Ardennes Forest. Ardennes Forest covers an area of over 11,000 square kilometers and is the place to go for skiing or hiking. Aside from sporting pursuits, there is a lot of good meat here too. Wild game like boar and venison, smoked ham, the region's famous pâté, as well as the world-renowned Trappist beers. Between the meat and the beer, you will be in good hands after a long hike or a day of skiing. You can walk across the royal greenhouses of Laeken. In a gorgeous coming together of Art Nouveau architecture and exotic greenery, the Belgian monarchy's royal greenhouses are a sight for sore eyes, not to mention the source of a lovely fragrance for the nose. The complex of glass houses was built in the 19th century for King Leopold II, and the royal connection is hammered home by the glass crowns of the domed roof. Early paradise doesn't seem far off when walking through these glass pavilions during the spring months when the glass houses are open to the public. You can appreciate the impressive Mannequins and Mannequins. These 2 iconic sculptures can be found in Brussels and are considered by many as a must-see. There is always a group of people checking them out. They are simple, nude male and female children's figures peeing. The male is often dressed up in costumes. They are pretty weird tourist attractions, but worth seeing with your own eyes. You will be able to take a morning stroll at Grote Market, Mechelen. The Grote Market in Mechelen is a large square that is the heart of the city. It is the city's main square. At one end of the pedestrian cobblestone square stands St. Rombaut's Cathedral, the city's largest church, while the town hall occupies the other end. Restaurants and shops that once were private homes complete the other two sides. When the square was getting underground parking in 2004, remnants of the 13th century road were found. Today, the square hosts a market on Saturday mornings. You can enjoy your day at the Brussels Grand Place. Tell an extravagant architect to come up with a prosperous late medieval market square, and chances are you'll get something like Brussels Grand Place. The plaza, hidden from view and accessible through one of 6 spindly cobbled alleys, is guaranteed to overwhelm with dozens of Baroque guild houses, the ornate King's House, now the City Museum, and the 15th century City Hall. All contribute to the remarkably homogeneous look of Europe's best preserved medieval plaza. Don't forget to hire a boat ride at the canals of Bruges. Because of its canals, Bruges is often called the Venice of the North. In the Middle Ages, the Ray River has been turned into a network of canals that enabled the traders to bring their products to the large water halls at the market. Nowadays, a boat ride on these famous canals provides a great way to see some of Bruges' most beautiful sights. You can sample a catch of the day at Visserkai. Oosten Fish Market Visserkai is where the Oosten fishing fleet sells its daily catch. If you're a fan of seafood, this is an awesome place to check out. There are numerous restaurants along the seafront and you are guaranteed to get a fresh meal. You will be able to enjoy the UNESCO landmarked Victor Horta's major townhouses. Often exalted as the father of the Art Nouveau movement, Victor Horta has left Brussels dotted with innovative townhouses that changed the face of the late 19th century architecture in the West. If you're short on time and have to choose between his 4 UNESCO-labeled townhouses, the Horta Museum honors the artist in his former home and workshop, the Maison Atelier Horta in the Brussels suburb of St. Giles, while UNESCO describes the Hotel Solvay in central Brussels as the most ambitious and spectacular of his work in the Art Nouveau period. You can climb the Belfry of Bruges. Visitors need to be in good physical shape if they want to climb the Belfry of Bruges, as it is 366 steep, narrow steps to the top. Those who complete the climb of its important symbol of Bruges will be rewarded with great views of the city. The medieval bell tower dates back to 1240, built at a time when Bruges was a major player in the cloth industry. It was rebuilt after being destroyed by fire 40 years later, with other fires occurring in the centuries following. Bells still chime out from the tower today. You can wander Parc du Cinquantenaire. Also known as Jubel Park, this park and museum complex opened in 1880 and covers over 30 hectares. Located on the southeast side of Brussels, it has continued to expand over the past several years. It is home to the Army Museum, the Auto World Museum and Art Museum, gardens, and more.